What's up everybody? Happy New Year! It is 2025. How cool is that? I hope you all had an absolutely amazing holiday season and Santa brought you some awesome musical gifts. Speaking of which, Santa, aka Mrs. J, totally crushed it this year with some killer Van Halen treats for yours truly. Check these out. Now, how awesome is that, hey? Best presents I have ever received. Absolutely love them. Now, you might have seen my recent unboxing video of this awesome Sterling AX40 guitar. If not, I will drop a link in the video description below so you can go and check it out. After this video, of course. Yeah, I always planned to do some mods to this guitar, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I upgraded the pickups, changed the bridge, and added a special decal that, well, you'll just have to stick around to see what that's all about. I'll also be doing some comparison clips using the same tracks that I used on the unboxing video. Runaround, Poundcake, and Panama. Same amp, same settings, but this time in a full mix so you can really hear what changing the pickups really did to the tone of this guitar. And the best part, the very best part, these are really simple mods that anybody can do with just a few basic tools, skills, and parts. So let's get going because I really want to show you what this decal says. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Howdy gang. Okay, I've got my Sterling AX40 right here, and it's time to upgrade it. So pretty simple. Bridge is going to be upgraded. This bridge is actually pretty good. It's a Sterling branded Floyd copy. Looks like a Chinese made one or a Far Eastern made one. Stays in tune really well. Yeah, pretty good unit. The pickups are pretty cool. Some people say these might be DiMarzio's, so I'm going to have a look when I pull them out. And I've got my stuff there. Got the Tone Riders, got the Goto GE 1996T. This is a fantastic bridge, really great bridge. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to shim the neck a little bit because the action's a little bit high, and I can actually drop the bridge, but I would like to have the bridge floating. I know it's not a very Van Halen thing to do, but I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to shim it just with these StewMac shims that I have, just the half degree one. So I'll put that under the neck joint there. So pretty simple stuff, and then just put a new set of strings on it. What I might also do is put a push-pull pot in there so I can coil tap the pickups, because it'd be nice to get some single coily type of sounds from this guitar as well. But yeah, let's get going with it. So one thing I won't do is bore you with the details of how I'm going to take the strings off and things like that. I'll just do key moments when I'm doing stuff to this guitar so that it's kind of interesting for you guys to see. Oh, there's one key thing which I forgot, which was the decal that's in here, which I'm going to put behind the bridge. Can't forget that. That's probably the most important part of it. Alrighty, just taking everything apart, and this is built really well. There's an alpha pot in there. The switch looks pretty beefy and very good. And I've just taken the springs off the bridge as well, so I'm going to flip this over very carefully. I don't want to ding the guitar. There is the guitar, and there is the Sterling bridge. It's pretty good. It's got some weight to it. Yeah, it's got is that a zinc block? Yeah, it's a cast zinc block. There, I can feel the texture on it. But yeah, if I look at the knife edge though, you can probably see that little ding there, just at the edge of the knife edge. Can you see that? You can see it a little bit more there. Yeah, that's not great. This needed changing. Let's see if it's on here as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of wear on here as well, I can see. So good thing that I am changing this. I don't want to drop this on the guitar. Yeah, there's wear on that. I can see that for sure. So good thing that I'm changing this, because it would have led to some tuning instability. So I'll put this aside. This will be useful somewhere else probably. And let's strip this down a little bit more. Alrighty, time to find out what these pickups are. I have just taken the screws out, which are in here, but I have no idea if they're Damasio's or they're Sterling. Let's have a look. Going around. They're not branded. So I'm assuming that they are just Sterling pickups. They sound pretty good. A little bit dark for my liking, but I'm going to change them out anyways. So I'll take these off the guitar first, and then I'm going to put the shim in the neck before I do anything. Maybe I'll give this a clean down as well, because I don't know when this was last cleaned. It looks pretty clean, but I'll clean it down. Here's a little tip for you. So the volume knob here, can't get it off. Now I can grab a screwdriver or something and pry it off, but that's going to damage the finish. So instead of doing that, what you can do, you can grab yourself like a cloth and actually slide it under, or a ribbon or something like that. And what you want to do is you want to get plenty of it under that, and then basically use the cloth to pry it off. So let's see if I can do that. Wow, this one's really stubborn. And there you go. That was really difficult to get off. So if I had tried that with a screwdriver or something, there'd be gouges all over here. Not good. So yeah, use a cloth. Better way to do it. All right, this is off. I'm gonna definitely replace this. Let me replace it with this push pull and do some coil taps. So the pot is out, but this one won't just fit in there. The shaft is a little bit thicker if I compare them. And you can see that the CTS pot I have here on the left, the shaft is a little bit wider than this one. So when you do this work, you can obviously grab a drill and drill through it, but never have the drill going forward in its regular direction, because it can catch on the wood. What you do is you put the drill in reverse, and so it's spinning this way, so it essentially just bores down into that. So I'm just going to get my drill ready, and then just widen this hole ever so slightly. It's not much that's needed, but a little bit needs to come off. So I'm going to put some tape on there, some masking tape, and then do that. Okay, so I've got my drill ready, but it's forward at the moment, as you can see. So what I need to do is put it into reverse. So what this will do is it'll make sure that these teeth don't actually grab onto the wood and basically damage it when I drill it. So I'm not going to be able to well, actually maybe I can. Maybe I can show you. So I'm just going to go slowly. So this is in reverse, so I'll make sure again. Yep, it's going in reverse, so it's going to bore out the hole very, very slowly. So let's see if I can do this. And that's it. There you go. That was really easy, and as you can see, it hasn't splintered the wood or anything. So if I take this off, there you go. There's a really clean hole, and my pot can now fit through there. Brilliant. Alrighty, I'll wire it up now. Alrighty, neck is off. The shim is in, slightly cracked. These things are very thin, so I tried to put a screw through and it cracked, but no big deal. As long as the shim is in, I'm going to put the neck back in the pocket and then put the screws in. And that's it, the neck is shimmed. And I've also rewired everything. I replaced all of the wires with some good quality wire. I like to use this specific wire because it's coated in silicon, so it's very flexible and pretty hard wearing. Sounds great too. I think it improves the sound of the electronics and the guitar and stuff. So I just replaced all of that stuff because the other stuff was pretty flimsy. If I can find some, it was like this. You can see the gauge of wires just different and stuff. Alrighty, I think it's time to get the pickups in this guitar now. Alrighty, wiring done. Yep, there's the rat's nest there. And I'm going to test this now. And what I use to test this is this. This is just a jack plug where I've put two wires onto it, put terminals onto them as well. I'm going to show you what I do with this. So I just turn up the volume all the way, make sure it's all the way up, bridge position, then I plug this into the jack. Then what I'm going to do is grab my multimeter, which is here, and put it onto the kilo ohm setting. I'll just set it down there so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to hook up these terminals to my multimeter. So ground to the black wire and then on the other side. And there you go, I've got a reading 13.92, which I know is the DC resistance of the bridge pickup. So when I go to the neck, fantastic, 11.25. And in the middle, yep, 6.29. And if I turn the volume off, there you go, it goes down. All right. Now, when I do the coil tap, put it up again. Great, it's showing 7.4 on the bridge, 3.1 in the middle, 5.7 on the neck, which tells me everything is working. If it wasn't working, these readings wouldn't be correct. Really easy way to check everything before you button things up. I've done that a ton of times where I've kind of just plugged everything back in and wired everything up and put my strings on and put the cavity covers on, etc, etc. Now go and play the guitar and no signal, or it's not working properly. This tells me that it is working properly, so I can test it again. Yay. And yay. Perfect. That's all wired up correctly. Shim's in. Next thing to do is just put that bridge on, which is down here. Alrighty, bridge is going on the guitar. It's just rested on there at the moment, just on a piece of foam there. And what I'm going to do, right, I'll show you a little technique for just getting the rough action pretty much correct from the get-go. So what I do is I actually measure from the guitar body to the top of the first fret, and it's about 1 centimeter, it's 10 millimeters. And then what I do is I go over to the bridge and I want to see 3 millimeters more where the string is coming out of the saddle. So at the moment I think it's ever so slightly high, but I'm going to leave it there. I think it's 1.4 at the moment, but I use that rough calculation between here and here to get my approximate, and then I can adjust it. So I'm going to get this on the guitar, and then I'm going to check the action. I don't know if you saw there, but you might be able to see that the neck is now angled. It's angled upwards because I've put the shim in there. I don't know if this shim is going to be too aggressive. If it is, then I'll need to change it out, but that's no big deal. I can use something else for that. But let's give this a try. I'm going to put some strings on and wish me luck. Strings are on, woohoo! And it is working. It's out of tune because I haven't stretched the strings yet. My calculations were a little bit off. This is still 1 cm, but when I measure here, that turned out to be 1.8. The reason is because of the shim, but that gives me a nice amount of travel underneath. So it's a nice floating bridge now on this guitar. I haven't got it quite flush, so I might just work on that just a little bit, just to kind of like make sure that's completely flush. But the action feels really good at the moment. Could be a tiny bit lower, so maybe what I'll do is I'll get that back a little bit, just a tiny bit like that, so that it's a little bit more flush with the body. But yeah, I need to stretch the strings now, then put the lock nut on, and then I'll go and plug it in and make sure that these pickups are working and see how they sound. Oh, actually, I've got to do the decal before I do that. All right, let me stretch these strings. Alrighty, final part is to get this 316 on the guitar. Now, how I'm going to do this is, you'll see there, I've used some just some masking tape just to mark it off where the line is. And then what I have a tendency of doing is just centering up the middle character, then making marks where that's going to sit, and then placing the other characters and putting marks where they're going to sit as well. So what this will allow me to do is, once I get the double-sided tape on, I'll be able to then come back to the guitar and align properly without having to kind of second guess and pull it off and stuff like that. So these aren't stuck on right now. I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on the back and then align them, get them on the guitar. I'll start with the 1 and then I'll go to the 3 and the 6. If you're digging this video, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, because there's more Van Halen contents coming up really soon. Voila! There you go, all done. That looks awesome. And there you go, the guitar is done! Yay! Right, new set of pickups. Tone Rider Panamas. Got push-pull on the volume control now, so I can coil split them. That bridge is so awesome, it looks so good. Love it. The 316, I gave it a little bit of a polish and oiled the neck as well. Or the fretboard, I should say. It's looking really good. That looks awesome. I'm going to go and plug it in a second. Make sure that the pickups are working and stuff. I'll quickly show you the back as well. So, leaving the cavity plate off the back of the Goto now. And this is pretty cool. They have screws to keep the springs in. The actual springs that Goto supplied, they're really hard springs, so I use these softer springs so that the action is a little bit nicer. But these holes, I just used a black Sharpie to kind of like fill them in a little bit. So yeah, I'll leave that off, but super cool. So there you go. That's a good addition to my Van Halen collection, I think. This is the 316 guitar. Alright, I want to hear how this sounds now, so I'm going to take it up to the studio, give it a quick blast, and then record some clips for you guys as well. So there you have it. These mods turned out absolutely fantastic, and they are a perfect example of how you can take any budget guitar and make it much closer to a higher end instrument with just a few changes. All you need is a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, a few skills of course, and a few parts as well. And what do you guys think of the mods? How do you like the name? Did you guess correctly? I think 316 fits this guitar perfectly, as it's from the same Van Halen era as this guitar, and it sits great with my other EVH guitars also. And the tone from these Tone Rider Panama pickups, wow, I would love to know what you guys thought. They're quickly becoming one of my favorite pickup sets. I love the tone. Crisp, clear, punchy, warm, and ever so addictive to play. They're just lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Huge thanks and shout out to the awesome folks over at Tone Rider for sending this set of pickups out to me after I did the full pickup review video, which you can also check out on my channel. They absolutely nailed it with these, so kudos to them. Now, I know the Van Halen purists will gawk at the floating bridge, and they're probably shouting at the screen right now, and I completely understand. But hear me out. Look, I love playing guitars with floating bridges, and equally I adore playing Van Halen guitars. So I set this guitar up, my personal guitar, as a kind of Van Palmer guitar. Anyways, fear not, because I already have a couple of Van Halen guitars where the bar just goes down and cannot be pulled up. So Zen restored and everybody is happy, right? And now that I've got the perfect Van Halen inspired guitar, I'm fully ready to build that EVH pedal board I told you about on the unboxing video as well. So make sure you've subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Alright folks, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you smash the like button, drop a comment below, and share it with your guitar loving, Van Halen adoring friends as well. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep on rocking, and bye for now.